I had started um, like videotaping my autobiography. I called it Bear's Book, and I did a few chapters, and I'm gonna get back to that. I think I'm gonna relate a chapter from. Mm, Let me see. When should I start? I'll start a year after I graduated from high school, and let's see. I graduated high school in 1980. I'll start from there, and spent 4 months just being wild and partying my ass off, and had a girlfriend. It was just wild, and then I was like, okay, time to get back to reality, and I need to do something with my life, and all because I had run out of money too. So I went back to welding school. I got a job as a welder, and then they told me I could make more money if I got my certification. And I went to welding school and got my certification, and I got paid to go. It was like a job, and it was really good money for how old I was. So while I was in welding school, um, these guys came from the fire department and said what it's like being a firefighter, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. I'm going to pursue that, even though I got this welding thing in my back pocket. Um, so then I went to school for fire science. I went to community college and took a bunch of fire science classes. And at the end of that semester, was it a semester or a whole year? 2 semesters maybe. Yeah, at the end of those 2 semesters, I got I got a job for the California Conservation Corps, and I did that for the summer that I was, I think, 19, and then, or 20, or yeah, when I was 20, something like that. And then, so that had to have been 1982. So then, um, I worked for the CCC for 3 months, and at the end of that 3 months, I got hired by LA County Fire Department, and I showed up at the training facility. It was in Malibu, and I pulled in the driveway, and there's a helicopter sitting on the launching pad, and you could see the ocean. It was awesome, and I was like, all right, I'm going to get to fly in that helicopter and get paid for it and fly all over. I was like, this is cool, and that's what it was, and I got to fly a lot. And so I worked for them from, must have been 80, 83 to 85 when my dad passed, and um, I decided I wanted to move to Yosemite, and I applied and got hired. And after my dad died, I knew I was going to take off, but I built a fence in my front yard so that the big dogs that I had, pit bulls, could be in the front and the backyard, so they protect the whole house. So I built that fence, and then I came to live and work in Yosemite in July of 2005, no, 1985. I was 22 years old, and immediately got a great job, and I just fell in love with the place and thought I don't want to leave. So that was from high school till 1985. That was like a 5-year period there that I just talked about, where I went from just partying for my first month out of high school to living and working in Yosemite at age 22 with a killer job. And it was an interesting 2.5 years, or 5 years. It was fun, and I was so happy to be in Yosemite. Oh, while I was working for the fire department, I also got my EMT certification. I went to school. I worked full time. I went to school about half time for the EMT class and got my EMT certification, and came to Yosemite with that in my back pocket. That and being a firefighter from LA County Fire Department helped me get a really good job in Yosemite. So that's Bear's Book, chapter I don't know what, but from 1980 to 1985, from the ages of 17 to 22. I'll talk more about the age of 22 when I get to Yosemite in another chapter.